The 3 hidden qualities women value more than wealth. When we talk about what women are attracted to, the immediate assumption for many is that money, power, and status are the keys to winning her heart. After all, media, movies, and even society constantly feed us the idea that material wealth and outward success are what women crave. The flashy cars, luxurious vacations, high-end watches, and the seemingly endless wealth. These are the things that are supposed to make you irresistible. But let me ask you this. What if I told you that women secretly crave something much deeper than these things? What if I told you that presence would captivate her more than power, that she would dream about a man with mystery far longer than one with a mansion, and that she would lie awake thinking about a man who makes her feel truly seen more than a man who could buy her a seat in first class? In this video, we'll strip away all of the superficial attractions and dive deep into the raw psychological elements of what truly captivates a woman. These are the traits that women secretly love far more than material wealth. These are hidden psychological traits that drive attraction on a deeper level. We're not just talking about a quick fix. We're talking about traits that make you unforgettable in a way money could never achieve. Let's break down these traits. These aren't surface-level techniques or tricks. They are real, human qualities that women gravitate toward. If you understand them, you won't just attract women. You'll leave a lasting impression on them that goes beyond the superficial and touches their emotional core. You will become a man they think about long after you've left the room. These are the 6 things women love more than money. Sign 1. The power of presence. Why attention is a currency women crave more than cash. First on the list is the power of presence. Now, when I say presence, I don't mean just showing up physically. Anyone can be present in a room. What women are craving is your full presence. It's not just about your body being there. It's about your mind and attention being focused entirely on her, on that moment. Picture this. You're sitting across from a woman on a date. Your phone buzzes and you check it. As she talks about her day, you're nodding, but your mind is a million miles away. You're physically there, but emotionally, mentally, you're checked out. She notices. It doesn't matter how much money you have or what kind of car you drive. If your mind isn't present, it's as though you're not even there. She won't be impressed by your wealth because your attention is a far more valuable currency. Now, contrast that with a different scenario. You're with a woman, and as she speaks, you're not only listening, but you're truly engaged. You lean in, ask questions that show you care, and notice the little details, like how her voice cracks when she talks about a painful memory from her childhood. Your eyes are locked on her, and there's no distraction. In that moment, you are fully present. Your attention is not something that can be bought. It's something rare and powerful, and that is infinitely more attractive than any object you could buy her. Why this matters? Presence is power. The power of presence isn't just about listening. It's about understanding. A man who can slow down time with his gaze, who isn't distracted by the noise of the world, is rare. And rare is always attractive. Women are drawn to a man who gives them his full attention because it makes them feel truly seen. Personal insight. I've had experiences with men who are so fully engaged in a conversation that they make the other person feel like they're the only person in the room. This kind of emotional investment is magnetic. Women find themselves drawn to those who can focus on them in a world filled with distractions. There's something comforting, almost hypnotic, about a man who isn't in a rush to leave, who isn't looking at his phone every 5 seconds, but who is genuinely there with you. Sign 2. Emotional mastery. The dangerous allure of the man she can't shake. The second hidden trait that women crave more than wealth is emotional mastery. We've all seen it. The man who keeps his cool when everyone around him is losing their minds. It's not about being emotionless. No, women don't want a robot, but they are drawn to a man who has mastered his emotions, who remains calm and composed even when life gets chaotic. Imagine this. You're at a restaurant and the waiter makes a mistake. How do you react? Do you immediately get frustrated, raise your voice, or sulk? Or do you calmly address the issue, remaining composed and in control of your emotions? Women are watching how you handle these little situations. Your ability to stay emotionally centered, to not react impulsively or rashly, is incredibly attractive. Example, let's say you're having a rough day. Your boss gave you a hard time. Your car broke down, and you're feeling the stress of everything piling up. Now, you meet a woman, and she can tell you're dealing with a lot. How do you handle the situation? Do you let it show, or do you take a deep breath and approach her with calmness and understanding? A woman will notice this. The man who can remain grounded in chaos, the man who doesn't let his emotions control him, is a man that stands out. Why this works? Women crave stability, especially in a world that can often feel chaotic. They don't want a man who will crumble under pressure. They want someone who is emotionally stable, who doesn't let the little things knock him off course. This is attractive because it signals strength, leadership, and the ability to provide emotional safety. Personal reflection. I've seen men who can stay calm in the most difficult situations, and those men are the ones who have the most lasting, positive impact on others. Their ability to navigate life's storms with grace and calmness is magnetic. Emotional mastery shows that you can handle anything life throws at you, and that's incredibly reassuring for a woman. Sign 4. Discipline. The hidden aphrodisiac no one talks about. Discipline is one of the most underrated qualities that make a man attractive. It's about self-control, consistency, and showing up every day, even when it's hard. Women notice this because discipline is a foundation of reliability. A disciplined man is someone who keeps his promises, follows through with commitments, and doesn't let his vices control him. Example: imagine a man who sticks to a strict fitness routine, even when he's tired or busy. He gets up early to work on his goals, whether they're related to his career, his health, or his personal growth. He doesn't need external validation because his discipline is its own reward. This consistency is incredibly attractive because it shows that he can be counted on no matter the circumstances. Why it works? Discipline builds trust. It shows that a man can be relied on even when times get tough. It signals that he has the strength to stay focused, stay true to his values, and not be swayed by momentary impulses or temptations. A disciplined man is rare, and rarity breeds attraction. Women respect men who can say no to their temptations and stay focused on their goals. Personal insight: discipline isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about showing up every day, even when the results aren't immediately visible. I've seen men who have built incredible lives through their consistent efforts. Their discipline becomes something that others admire, and women, especially, find it deeply appealing. Sign 5, mystery, the silent spell she can't break. Mystery is a power that's often underutilized. Women are drawn to men who keep a little bit of themselves hidden. It's not about being manipulative or distant. It's about having a life full of layers that only reveal themselves over time. Mystery is magnetic because it keeps women guessing, keeps them coming back for more. Example: think about a man who doesn't overshare. He answers questions, but he doesn't lay everything out on the table at once. Instead, he leaves little pieces of himself for her to discover over time. She begins to wonder what's behind that quiet confidence, what makes him tick, and what his deeper thoughts are. That curiosity is powerful. Why it works? Mystery taps into the primal human desire for discovery. People are naturally curious, and when you leave a woman wondering about you, she will often find herself thinking about you long after you've gone. It's a subtle, yet powerful form of attraction. Personal insight: there's something exhilarating about being around someone who isn't an open book. It's exciting to try to figure them out, to peel back the layers slowly and carefully. Women are drawn to the idea of discovering someone new, and this sense of mystery is what makes a man feel intriguing and magnetic. Sign 6, integrity, the hidden he of a man who actually means what he says. Integrity is the most powerful trait that often goes unnoticed. In a world full of pretenders and people who talk big but don't deliver, a man with integrity stands out. Integrity means that you are true to your word, that you follow through on your promises, and that you remain consistent even when no one is watching. Example: a man who says he will do something and actually follows through. A man who sticks to his values, even when it's inconvenient. Women notice this because integrity builds trust, and trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. Why it works? Integrity signals that you are reliable, consistent, and grounded in your principles. It shows that you are someone who can be trusted even when life gets difficult. Women are drawn to men who can stay true to their word, because in a world of uncertainty, integrity is rare and precious. Personal insight. Integrity is often overlooked, but it's the trait that makes a man truly trustworthy. It doesn't matter how rich you are or how good-looking you are. If you don't have integrity, you'll never be able to build a meaningful, lasting relationship. Women crave trust, and integrity is the key to building that trust. In the end, real attraction isn't about showing off your wealth, driving expensive cars, or flaunting material possessions. It's about presence, emotional mastery, purpose, discipline, mystery, and integrity. These are the things that women crave, and these are the qualities that make you irresistible in a way that money could never achieve. So, if you want to truly attract women, focus on developing these traits. Don't get distracted by the allure of material success. Instead, focus on becoming the kind of man who embodies true power, the power that comes from within, the power that women secretly crave more than anything money can buy. When you embody these qualities, you become the kind of man who stands out from the crowd. You become the man women remember, the man they dream about, and the man who leaves a lasting impact. That's the power of real attraction.